is your host of TNA Wrestling Recaps. This is Gator!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wrestling Recaps' first ever edition of the Impact TNA show, hosted by yours truly, the Undead Gator. Impact starts off showing a recap of Slammiversary of how Chris Sabin comes back from 2 torn ACLs to win the X Division title, how Gunner and James Storms win the tag team titles, how AJ Styles gets beat by Kurt Angle after he's inducted into 2013 TNA Hall of Fame. Then goes on to talk about how Bully Ray beats Sting to win and reclaim the TNA World title. Well, the crowd starts off by chanting. They're on their feet. Aces and Eights music hits. Out comes the leader of Aces and Eights and the president, the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, Bully Ray. Ray gets in the ring, raises the title, then says there's nobody left to beat in Impact Wrestling. As he begins to speak again, Hulk Hogan comes out, and Hulk Hogan says that he's got a guy to beat Bully Ray tonight. Jeff Hardy's music pops. Jeff Hardy returns to Impact Wrestling. Hulk Hogan says tonight's main event will be Jeff Hardy and Bully Ray in a ladder match with a weapon that each member of the Aces and Eights have used twice, and that is the ball pin hammer. Match number 1, Chavo Guerrero versus Hernandez in a Bound for Glory qualifying match. They pound their fists together, they move around the ring, they lock up, but Chavo goes behind Hernandez, then tries to apply a headlock. Hernandez pushes him to the ropes. Chavo then later knocks him down with a shoulder block. Gets up, they walk around the ring. Chavo then knocks him down again with a drop kick. Goes for the cover, but Hernandez kicks out. Both get up, and Hernandez does a body slam and goes for the splash. But Chavo gets away with a splash of his own. Later on in the match, Chavo goes for the Three Amigos, misses it. Then he hits him with a drop kick in the side. Puts Hernandez on his ground. Then he goes up for the frog splash. Hernandez hits him with the knees. Chavo goes for a quick roll up after recovering. Then Hernandez rolls him up for the 1, 2, 3 in the win. Winner, Hernandez. Music pops as we come back from commercial. None other than Devon, the Sergeant at Arms of the Aces and Eights, comes out and says how he was screwed over at Slammiversary by him losing the television title to Abyss. He then calls out Abyss, but instead Joseph Park comes out. Devon beats up Abyss for a little bit. It's Joseph Parks. Ooh, shocker. Beats up Joseph Parks for a little bit. Later throws him to the ring post as Joseph Parks shows blood. Then Devon walks back looking for Abyss. We are back from the commercial, and Devon and Mike Nuts are in the back looking for Abyss. They look in different rooms, but they couldn't find him. Robbie E music plays. He comes out and cuts a quick promo on how he will win the Bound for Glory tournament, how he will win his Bound for Glory's qualifying match. His opponent, none other than the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe. Great quick match. Samoa Joe starts it off by kicking him right in the chest. He turns and does a splash in the corner with an enziguri. Joe continues the offense with a knee in the chest and the turnbuckle, pins him up for the muscle buster, and then grabs him in a rear naked choke. Robbie E taps like a little girl. Winner by submission, Samoa Joe. Video shows of last week of how Mickie James just stood there as Velvet Sky was attacked by Gail Kim on her injured leg. Then we come back from commercial. Jeremy Borash is in the ring to welcome the newest member of the Impact family, none other than Quentin Rampage Jackson. They talk about how they're in Nashville, and Rampage says he's done everything and likes slamming people to the ground, but he likes knocking them out better, but he's going to try slamming people to the ground, and says, to be the best, you got to beat the best. Out comes the newest inductee to the Hall of Fame of TNA. Kurt Angle tells him, this isn't a cage, this is a ring, it's his ring, and in order to beat the best, you got to beat me. It's damn real, says Kurt Angle. Next, we're back. Bully Ray is backstage with Ken Anderson, asking him if he's seen D'Lo Brown. Anderson says no, the VP spot is vacant. Then Bully asks Anderson to just stay back and chill. Anderson says, do you need my help? Bully says, that's for the VP to decide. Anderson asks, am I the new VP? We go to the next match is Austin Aries, Bobby Roode, and Kenny King against James Storms, Gunner, and Chris Sabin. Chris starts out against Kenny King. They move around the ring. King kicks Chris in the gut and then works him on the arm, but Chris flips and does the arm drag to the ropes. Later on, Chris tags in Storm. Storm gets in, takes down his old partner in beer money, Bobby Roode, down with an arm drag, then hits him with the atomic drop, then he does a big fist. But Roode later on brings him over and Storm lands on the apron. He kicks Roode in the back of the head. King's tagged to the match. King jumps in and plants him in the knees with Storm. He covers, but James Storm kicks out. King does a headlock and then tags Aries. Aries gets up and Storm pulls him in the corner. He tags Bobby Roode in again. They double whip Storm into the ropes. Root then tags in Kenny King as Gunner has been tagged in by James Storms. Root enters and takes Gunner out. Storm gets in and goes after Root. Gunner tags in Chris Sabin. Chris gets in the ropes to take out Aries. Chris takes out Aries and also Kenny King with his new finisher for the 1, 2, 3 winners of the match. The new X Division champion, Chris Sabin, and the new TNA tag champions, Gunner and the Tennessee Cowboy, James Storm. Devon and Nux are walking backstage again as they go through a door. Devon says he must be here. Next match, Mickie James against Taylor Hendricks. They walk around the ring. Mickie blocks Taylor up in the corner. Mickie releases a hold and taunts her during the match. Hendricks finally gets up later on and drop kicks her on Mickie. She covers, but James kicks out. Both get up. The crowd chant, yes, yes, yes. Later on, Mickie talks to ODB and acts like there's something wrong with her knee. Taylor is on the top rope trying to jump off. She gets down to see what's wrong with Mickie. Mickie James hits her with a big slap for the pin and the win. Devon and Nux are backstage walking. They show a shadow and Abyss appears, beats up Mike Nux, throws him in front of Devon, then throws the television title in front of Devon, then beats up Devon. Ooh, he dropped something over here. Then beats up Devon and tells him, what does he tell him? That he is taking the belt to the Abyss. Sting is backstage and next week will address his future. AJ Styles and Kurt Angle are announced for next week's Bound for Glory qualifying match. That could be a good one, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now at the main event. Jeff Hardy making his Impact return against Bully Ray, the president of the Aces and Eights and world champion, in a ladder match with the hammer on the top. Bully starts off the match by beating up Jeff Hardy. Later on, Bully has Jeff in the corner and hits him in the head. Ray taunts him and slowly goes back to work. Later on, he bounces off the ropes, but Bully hits him with a back body drop. Later on, Jeff is on his knees and fights back with punches. He gets up. Later on, Bully Ray starts taunting, doing the Hulk Hogan chant as the crowd boos him and yells into the camera, "Hi, Dad!" Later on, he throws him into the corner. Jeff Hardy has a ladder set up. Bully Ray dodges a ladder, but then gets knocked down. Jeff Hardy hits the ladder right into his cojones. Bully Ray screams, "My balls." Taz mentions that Bully Ray does not like to wear a cup. Later on, Jeff tries so many times to climb the ladder, but Bully keeps knocking him down and knocking him down. Finally, he hurts Bully Ray enough to climb up and grab the hammer. Then Bully Ray runs in the back as Jeff Hardy tries to hit him. He runs away like a little coward. Ray runs in the back screaming, "My balls! My balls!" Then he's down asking, "Where's my belt?" Hulk Hogan's in the background quiet with the ball peen hammer as Brooke Hogan screams for her husband, "No, don't do it!" Bully Ray looks on in shock as Brooke Hogan just saved him from getting attacked. Ladies and gentlemen, that was our first episode of Wrestling Recaps Impact Edition. Make sure to like Wrestling Recaps 1 on Facebook. Follow at Wrestling Recaps on Twitter. Website also WrestlingRecaps1.com. Don't forget October 26th, T-Bone the Terrorizer versus a washable marker for the Wrestling Recaps 1 belt.